There you go, there you go.
I'll fix voice mod later. That's not an out problem.
You correct. It is indeed not a now problem.
Maybe it is an alpha problem, but it's a problem for now and later.
Don't proceeds to begin panicking.
What it is the problem for now and later.
So passionate.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we came here for.
This transition, my dude.
Nice.
Are you familiar with the concept of Ashkin games?
Honestly, okay. The reason why I wanted to do this and I started like poking people is because when the patch notes came out, a lot of the things that were being patched were just things that most people go like, oh look, a weapon I haven't touched in forever. Whereas this is these are the only weapons.
Yeah, my machine
right?
is stuttering. Hold on. Patch note relevant. My machine just stuttered while dropping in.
I'm dropping in for a brief second there.
That's fine. Go on.
These are the weapons that we, because of the nature of how we play and the whole SEAF thing, these are the weapons we use. So if there's anyone in the community that's going to have a unique perspective on what this actually is going to change, it's pretty much us.
I'll tell you right now, I'm already feeling it.
First shot, oh my god, everything has changed!
2 seconds into the mission and already the Liberator needs a nerf.
To be fair, I just sprayed down a horde with the Liberator Penetrator, and that did not feel like something I used to do.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
There's a few of these that I was looking into, and I immediately started theory crafting because I knew it was going to change like the breakpoints on killing some of these bugs, specifically bugs. So I don't know if you guys want to actually go through the patch and talk about a few of those. Does anyone have the patch notes up and running?
I have them on a tag.
Yeah.
Let's hold on.
You do it.
No, you!
No, in the basic overview, there's mention of something that I have been complaining about, because that's what it has been. I have been complaining about in regards to how light and medium armor pen weapons have been working forever. Where it has genuinely felt like a lot of the medium armor pen weapons are just outperformed by other stuff. And Lib Pen, which is what I'm currently running, right, is one of those that I feel was always seen as a bad weapon compared to other light pen weapons, like the regular Liberator. I will say, I am feeling the difference though.
The Liberator is already doing magic.
Oh yes. And there is strong mention here that the idea is to offer more distinct advantages when using different ones.
Yeah, one versus the other.
Yeah. Which sounds neat on paper. Feels good. Feels good when it comes to the medium pen weapons now. At least for the Liberator Penetrator, I'd have to use the Adjudicator as well for more testing.
Yeah, the Adjudicator got some changes.
There's also mention of the SMGs and pistols, and the Defender is one of those. That
I'm currently running the Defender.
Tell me about the Defender. Tell me about the
speak
Defender.
to me. Tell me what it's like.
Okay. So let's talk first about what they did, right? They wanted to buff the overall damage, right? And they also wanted to make anything that's light penetration have more durable damage, which we can go on a rant on for a while of what durable damage is and how it affects them.
That's for the bigger guys. Don't go on the tangent.
We'll go on in a bit, right? Let's first go through the notes, right? So the Defender went from 80 damage to 100, and then they also bumped up the durable damage from 8 to 18. What this means, if you have no context whatsoever, the Defender in short... Oh, they also added like more drag, so the Defender now is a close range weapon. You're supposed to be close to the face. So if you usually are using the Defender for longer than like 30 meters is what the devs talked about, you'll do less damage, but if it's closer, you'll do a lot more damage.
Oh man, that's how I used to use the Defender.
Yeah, I know. It really was a laser before. It's not a laser anymore.
That base.
Why this excited me is because it hit some very interesting breakpoints because of it. Like when I read the patch notes, I just went in, I got my calculator, and I started the theory crafting. How many bullets less is it per bug to kill? And I'll give you an example. If you are trying to kill the commanders, like the Alpha Commander or what's the name of the other one? I always forget.
Brute Commander?
Brute Commander, yeah, Brute Commander. It takes to destroy the head 5 bullets.
That's
From the
pretty
defender.
fast from the defender, yeah.
It's super fast. It is insanely fast, and when you have an SMG that can just pump it out, you can mow down hordes now.
Good.
It was already a fine weapon. I'd never had a problem with this weapon before, but it got a buff.
Yeah, it was okay.
I'm a happy camper.
Speaking of buffing weapons, let's talk about the number 1 weapon.
The Liberator.
The Liberator. What did they do to the Liberator?
I'm pulling it up
So
right now.
all the Liberators got pretty much the same buff, which makes it a lot easier to discuss.
Basically
they all got,
increasing their damage and their durable
10 damage more. 10 damage more except the Liberator Pen, which only got 5 more damage. And all of them got a buff to their durable damage.
Oh, the Liberator Pen did not get a durable damage up.
No, it didn't. It just got 5 more damage. But the Carbine and the Liberator both got 10 more damage, so from 80 to 90. And they got from 15 durable to 22. Again, another one that I decided, okay, let me look at breakpoints. Why is this so relevant? So if you've ever looked at HP from bugs, there is a few bugs that have 250 HP. So when you go from 80 that you need 4 bullets to kill, it now goes down to 3 per bug. It doesn't feel like a lot until you start counting the amount of bugs that you're killing in a mission. That's a lot of extra bullets that you can either miss or whatever. That just helps out.
So
How many bullets
basically,
did I get?
basically they just took my Liberator.
Penetration bonuses as well.
Is that again?
Sorry. I personally like that they also make some adjustments to the penetration. Some changes to penetration to actually make a light armor penetration actually more useful as well.
Oh, it's very useful. Like it's one of those
Like, it
things
was
that
already pretty good because it wasn't like obviously medium pen is like if you're having like trouble aiming, or if you just have like if you're facing particularly beefy enemies, but now they actually make a change to that it actually. Oh my god, what was the exact word? That gives a higher percentage of their damage against like the body parts. I personally think that's great.
Too many people trash talk the light armor pen weapons. They're really good.
They've always been good. Now they're.
Yeah, at first I was like,
They're like
I didn't get it at
flicks.
first.
They're great.
Yeah. Like, I think
there's a few that.
Deserve.
So the big change really is that durable damage thing. It's really hard to grasp if you've never sat down and looked like what durable damage is, because let's be honest, the game doesn't tell you.
Tell me about the
right, yeah.
So you really have to know what are the circumstances where durable damage even matters. And thankfully it's 2 things that people have always complained about, right? One is certain bugs. There are a few bugs that are light penetration but have a lot of durable damage. Examples of that are the butts of the biospewers, right? They only take, or most of the damage that they receive is only durable damage. I think it's 90% durable. So whatever the number for your durable damage, that's the only thing realistically damaging, right? So buffing these things makes it go a lot faster. An example is like the Liberator before. If you wanted to kill one Biospewer, it took like 60 bullets. And once I mapped it out, it was closer to like 36 now.
Yeah.
So it's about half. Now you can actually mow down Biospewers with light pen Liberators. Yeah, you gotta hit it in the weak spot at all times, but it's more doable now.
Yep.
Good.
I did not bring the dynamite that I was trying to bring, and instead I brought thermite. Cool.
Oh, dynamite. Let's talk about that one.
Yes.
That one was one that didn't.
I finally got what I needed.
That is what I remembered.
Dynamite hasn't really been used ever.
The dynamite, when it came out, I was excited for it. Like, I wanted to see what it was. I wanted to use it. I wanted to get good with it. And then it didn't blow up a fabricator. I put it nearby, and I was like, this is very saddening and disappointing. What happened? What's going on?
What is your purpose? Let's talk about a few throwables. So let's start with dynamite. So dynamite, they bumped its damage by like almost 50% from 700 to 1,000. It went from medium to heavy armor penetration, and most importantly, it increased its demo force, which I wanted to talk about because, again, if you're not into this whole thing and you've never looked at the numbers, what is even demo force?
Does it say in the back notes with demo force increase that happened? Let me see.
It went from 30 to 40.
From 30
And
to
if you
40.
ever, and if you saw that's a lot of
damage.
blog,
Yes.
it is very important because now it can destroy Bile Titan holes.
Ew.
Yep.
Which-
That was a big one.
That is a huge one, in my opinion, because destroying Bile Titan holes can be rather annoying.
Never buy a Titan hole.
Is it when you go underground by any chance? I
Nope.
missed that.
There are underground, but that is not their. That wasn't even their first place.
Yeah, they can be underground, but if they're underground, you better have the dynamite at this point.
It's either
Honestly,
Good news, we have dynamite.
it's
now,
EAD,
yes.
it's either EAD or dynamite. Is that the only option?
It's good to have an answer now. Actually, going underground was a nightmare because of the Biotitan hole. We had to get real creative to close those things.
Yeah, for sure.
Once I had
that was a
nice
nice
charger.
little change. Another one that I wanted to talk about, and is because of our seafinning, they buffed our handy dandy frag grenades.
Yes.
They bought the frag grenades.
They gave us an extra charge of frag grenades. You know what that means?
Now we get
Oh, hell.
6 frag grenades.
That explains why I was so confused for a few minutes. I was like, "Was this always a 6?" But I didn't mention it because you guys were talking about important things. But here we go. Oh, fantastic!
So I think this is one also that the community is slept on. Frag grenades are way better than what they seem initially.
Yeah.
I didn't know until I started playing with you guys this whole SEAF thing. So can one of you even explain how the fragmentation works? Because I have no idea.
So the frags themselves have a bigger radius than normal than the high explosive grenade that you start with, which means that they affect a larger area, of course. And by affecting the larger area, they knock around more things. And I just tried to throw a frag grenade, but I don't have one. And not only does their bigger effective range make them more effective in crowd situations, which is what the normal brain says. Throw this grenade to solve this crowd problem, right?
Yes.
It also detonates, has the knockback from the detonation, so it pushes everything to the side, and then throws shrapnel everywhere. In that sequence of events, the shrapnel basically deals the damage that you're seeing on the tooltip when you're picking the grenade.
Okay.
And that damage is pretty much multiplied by the amount of shrapnel that hits the target. So it can do a lot of damage to one target if you place the grenade properly, or it can spread a lot of damage around an entire crowd real well. And something even more deadly, mortifying about the frag grenades is that the shrapnel travels really far. It does not travel the same distance. It does not travel the same distance as the grenade. So by going even farther, you can do a lot of good things if you can time your grenades in the air, or if you can cook them and manage them appropriately and such. I'll give you one of my favorite examples. Recently, I threw a grenade to kill a horde. The horde died. One piece of shrapnel flew off in our direction and took Helldivers' head clean off. It was great. It was a great grenade.
Oh, of course, that's your favorite one.
Listen, if there's no friendly fire, is it even there, you know?
Is it really friendly fire if we're all laughing? It's more like laughing fire. Anyway, so
Funny
Joy
fire.
fire. Joy fire.
I keep throwing my termites like I have like a grenade.
yeah.
It's force of habit at this
Another
point.
one,
About the
another
fire
one
grenade.
that-
About the frag grenades, I just tested it right now. A backpack will give you 4 frag grenades back, given the new number of frag grenades.
A lot
Wait a second.
more than what it used to be.
That is
I emptied my grenade, gave myself a pack, it gave me 4. So it gives you 2/3 of your grenades.
Oh my
instead of
god, confirmed! That's so nasty!
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And see
If
together
you've
leaders
ever
spawn.
done Blitz, man, if you've ever done a Blitz mission and you've needed to close 1,000 holes, frag grenades.
Oh yes.
They're so good at that, man.
See together stronger.
Stronger.
Uh-huh.
I mean, again, this whole patch is just a Seaf patch. Let's not lie.
They're just preparing for the C4 bomb.
Did
Oh
the
my
devs
God.
watch my videos? Maybe they did. Who knows?
The devs watch Steve videos exclusively.
It would be funny.
Another one that got a buff that I don't know how to feel because we haven't messed around with it, but they supposedly tried to fix the pineapple.
Yeah, I saw that one.
The pineapple was
The
So
broken.
Pineapple?
I never,
Wait, hold
I
up.
never unlocked the pineapple.
It was-
so we
it
need
was
that
mediocre.
100%. I don't need such a drastic change in the buffs because I'm looking at the notes without knowing how the weapon functioned before, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, this is pretty substantial. Does that mean it was ass?
I
The pineapple was
know.
ass.
I never felt it being ass. I felt that its power ranged from you knowing how to place the grenade more than the grenade itself. But
Well, that was not their intention.
that's exactly. That might have not been their intention, and if that was the case, then yeah, it needed a thing.
Let's go over it. I'll tell you. Let's read the whole thing rather quickly here. The shrapnel, they increased them from 7 to 18 shrapnel pieces flying from the pineapple. They
Nice.
increased the demo force from 20 to 30, so now it can close stuff. Damage from trample explosion from 70 to 100. Shrapnel from the explosion decreased. I don't even know what that means. There's so many shrapnel things that I have no idea what that even.
It's the
What are they
shards.
trying to communicate?
It's the shards that get thrown when a grenade explodes. The pineapple had shrapnel as well.
I gotta say, this is one of the things that I feel the game needs to do a better job at explaining. There's so many hidden mechanics that it's not initially told to you. You really gotta go either figure it out or ask someone.
We've always said if
Go
you're
into
gonna put this
wiki.
many things, like overwhelm us with information and let us figure it out.
Yeah, for sure.
Because
Listen, I died 6 times on the tutorial, alright?
Yeah.
Another change that we
Bruh.
really haven't talked about. They decided to fix most of the stun weapons. They're giving them more stun.
more
So
stuff.
by that I mean,
Good.
let's go.
I'll say the pummeler was already busted as fuck.
What?
I'm actually stuck on
Wow.
the terrain.
Let me tell you about the pummeler in a second. So the pacifier, for example, the pacifier got 5 more damage. It's from 50 to 55, which is not huge,
Okay,
I guess.
but it's something.
But they also changed the stun value from 1.5 to 2.
Oh,
That is
So every time they patch it, they just add a little bit more. The pummeler had a similar thing. The pummeler now has
No,
2
hold
stun
on,
value
hold on.
as well.
So that's the stun build-up value then.
Yes.
All right. So it's not that they increased the stun per se,
Time.
but
It's not the stun time,
Yeah.
but they stun easier.
I thought it was the stun time when you mentioned it initially.
No. It doesn't seem like they did that to any of the stun weapons. The pummeler had the same thing. They went from 1.5 to 2, which again just makes it a little bit better. They also increase its damage, of course, from 70 to 85, which is a huge one. Again, if you ever look at the HP of certain mobs, there was a few mobs that had 160 HP, so that goes from 3 bullets to 2, which can be huge when you're spraying and praying.
Did they
what
tweak
was
the drag like they did the
All SMGs
Defender?
have double the drag now.
Okay.
So
That
again, all
base.
SMGs are supposed to be more close range, but they all do more damage. The Defender is still the king of damage because it does 100, which is still an absolutely insane number to me.
Oh yes.
Since when has it been 100?
Since this
Since
patch.
today.
Yeah.
Since
Oh
the
my
last
God.
4 hours.
Damn.
They used to be 8.
No, I remember that. That's why I was like, what the fuck?
It hasn't been 4 hours. It's been like 6. Hold on.
Oh my god.
Oh yes, semantics important.
Uh-huh.
There we go.
Forest
I
for the
heard you, oh my God.
trees.
It hurt.
No, JJ.
That one, I'm
confirm the
interested in.
numbers.
We do need to test out how easier it is to like stun like bigger things with that.
The ADHD
But the thing that
is
changed
strong.
sidearms.
It's been 5.
Sidearms. Let's talk about the
Thank you for
sidearms.
checking.
Peacemaker.
So, before we go to Peacemaker, let's go to the melee since I know you love your melee, JJ. Have you seen the changes they did to melee?
I did. And I'm excited for when I get to use the hatchet again.
I'll tell you. I'll quickly go over them.
And I will die numerous times to make sure that it's
That it works.
Yeah.
So the melee, they increased the damage on all of them. Saber went from 10 to 125, 10 more durable damage as well. Which again, if you've ever seen JJ melee, this is very important. He likes to melee tanks exclusively.
Yeah.
The combat hatchet now is a middle of the pack melee weapon. It is slightly slower now than the saber, but it does 160 damage with 80 durable damage. And the machete went to 200 damage with 100 durable damage.
I'm sorry, can you
Also
say that one
that
again?
I really want to poke.
Machete. Machete. Went from 170 to 200 and 100 durable. The reason why I'm interested in the machete specifically is with 200 and the peak performance, it hits for 400.
Damn.
It should two-shot the butt from chargers, and I need to test it.
Yeah, I must find out.
That sentence is very concerning.
Don't worry
Who
about
shot a charger by hitting it on its butt with a machete?
Yes.
That
What? No, that needs testing. That needs testing. That
We
needs
call
We
it.
will. We're gonna start. We're gonna start
We're gonna call
jousting.
it. We're gonna call
Again,
it the
this
spank
is
and
with peak
tank.
performance.
we're gonna
It's with
start
paper.
fighting each other for the right.
Oh my god! I know what we're gonna do.
who's
We're gonna use the
auto
machete.
charger.
We're gonna use the machete, and we're gonna make a SEAF build called the SEAF Tanker Spank. Yep.
You say that, but you cannot seaf it. You need peak performance for it to two-shot.
Somebody unwrite that down.
Dang.
Now they also improved all the handguns, which is one that we need to talk about because
Peacemaker.
they gave Peacemaker went from 85 to 95.
And almost
I
really
have an issue with that one. And the
85 to
issue
95.
is- Yes. I tried to find a breakpoint where that was relevant, and I really couldn't find it.
Mhm.
So it even though on paper it sounds fantastic, it didn't realistically change how it plays too much. The one that changed a bit more is the Redeemer. It goes from 60 to 70. And that's because, again, there's mobs with 250 HP. If you had 60, it was 5 bullets. Now it's 4, which can be very useful, etc., etc., etc. The one I am most excited for is the SOCOM, the Halo one.
Go on.
It went from 100 to 110, which sounds like the silliest little increase, but 110 is
110
the
might
exact
be
HP
just enough.
that the Devastators have on their head, so you can now
Yeah.
one-shot them.
110
SOCOM.
sounded just like enough to take out significant problems.
Yes, Berserkers, you just one-tap them on the head now.
Mm-hmm.
So that
Which
one
means
is
that the
really good.
SOCOM can now also fully stealth across the bot front.
It might. We gotta test it out.
The knight is. Wait, hold on. We're talking about
The Sokam.
handguns. Give me
Yes.
1 second, because I just noticed the changes to the knight, and I am excited. Let me go back. Let me go to
We can go
the.
back. We can go back to the knight. We didn't talk
They
about
give the
it.
knight 20 more damage.
Yes, all the
Yes.
SMGs are way stronger.
Keep in mind that's with the drag coefficient now in the mix.
True.
Which was I was gonna say all handguns had the same. Now they do the same as SMGs. They have the same drag coefficient.
Hmm.
They all are twice as dragful, so to speak. So you do have to be closer to things to get their full damage. The issue I have with the knight and why I didn't bring it up as much is 90 damage. From 70 to 90, there's a few breakpoints that are relevant, but not as many as the defender. The defender
Yeah.
is the really big one to me that went insane when it hit 100. Because there's another breakpoint that's really important. There's a third of the voteless are 100 HP. So you can one-shot with the defender, whereas the knight you always have to use two bullets for all the voteless.
No.
Direct hit potato.
Dang it! I'm so sorry.
Grab the samples.
And another one that we have to bring up, which is one of my favorite buffs. Whenever they buff the Liberator, they buff the Stalwart.
They did? Did they actually buff the Stalwart as well because of the Liberator buff?
Apparently, I heard a long time ago that the Stalwart is coded to shoot Liberator rounds. So it
the
just makes
change
it
they made
easier
within
for
the
them.
round. Yep.
Yes, so whenever you change the Liberator, the Stalwart gets the same buff. And effectively, it now does 90 damage per bullet, the same as the Liberator, and it does more durable damage, which if you've ever used the Stalwart, you know it's nasty.
The Stalwart changes are in the patch notes.
Yeah, okay. So it did actually get the same buffs.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The exact same buff on the Liberator are copy pasted down there. Your statement is accurate and correct. That said, I didn't know the Slugger had so much drag as a weapon in general.
Yeah.
Before. Now I know it has. How far the bullets can travel before damage drop off.
Oh, okay.
Also, no one's gonna mention this, but I'm gonna mention this just because I know that there's people here who like this use case.
Go on.
The smoke grenades also got a buff.
They got an extra
Oh.
one.
They got an extra name. Yeah.
Can I close bugholes with it? Yeah.
No.
Nope.
No. No.
Write that down.
No.
They increase the damage to the throwing knife.
Can the throwing knife be useful yet?
Yes.
In
No.
the
The answer is
Questionable.
no.
Now, another one that was buffed that I think we use often and we like, they buffed the Silo.
Yes, they did. I use it this mission, and I can tell you, heck yes.
they give it almost twice as much health. Enemies will not attack it.
Which I
And
do
in
not.
the more
Which I do
demolition
not
effect.
like that one. I definitely would have preferred the demo force with the cooldown increase than just it's now immune to being attacked.
I kind of like it because the Silo,
So,
like we like the
Have
Silo,
comments on
sure,
that.
and it has its uses, but a Silo isn't like hand over hand better than an EAT, right?
Yeah.
And if it's not that much better than EAT, I would say in fact an EAT is better for cooldown, and it gives you two. Then
'cause I
why
was
is
gonna
it so
say that-
difficult to use?
Right, I was gonna say, if the silo is literally a worse version of something that you already have access to, why would you use it? It has to be able to provide or do something that nothing else already gives you. So, is the answer it making it invulnerable to attack? I still feel like an EAT is better. You get 2 shots out of it.
I'll say, as someone who's used the silo a lot, the trick with using the silo used to be, which is no longer the case, where to put it and when to use it. Like, it wasn't about it being powerful, what it could do. Like, it's very powerful. Like, stronger than EAT significantly.
It was a
and
really good objective buster.
Its use case is not an EAT use case. They are not comparable weapons. But the trick with it was always when and where to place it. It wasn't so much firing it. It wasn't targeting. What made that weapon tricky to use at all was when and where to put it. Now that's out of the question. I'll drop it anywhere and leave it everywhere on the map. It is now another expendable.
It is now
which,
another. Yeah, correct. It is now acting as another expendable weapon, which
Which is technically what it is.
cool for Seaf, terrible for gameplay health.
It definitely changed its purpose and its difficulty.
I can see that. They might have gone a little bit too hard on that one.
Yeah, like they should have made it have durable damage, like obviously not to the level of a jammer, but like with that example in mind, they should have made it require more penetration to break it.
Yeah.
But they were beelining for it a little too much, honestly. Like they shouldn't beeline for the silo like they used, but invulnerability is a bit much.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed. Maybe they just need to change it so it's not like sentries that they go immediately to it. But if there's nothing else around, they should destroy it.
Yeah.
My god. Oh my god. This is a blender.
The machete?
The saber.
the saber.
Okay, well, fair enough.
Oh, okay.
I can blend friendly fire.
The saber got buffed.
Yep.
Hey, you know what didn't get buffed? JJ's ability to just 5 enemy grenades. Friendly grenades.
The saber got 15 more damage and 10 more durable.
Yeah. Okay.
Mind you, the silo isn't invulnerable. The silo will still die, will still take damage. It's just the enemies won't be the ones targeting it.
It will just be your teammates.
It'll be us now.
It'll be yourself.
Writing that down. Hold on.
Yeah, write that down.
Now I can kill your
Now?
hopes and dreams.
Listen, that was always something that existed.
Silo looks like a bug hole. Throw frag in it.
See, silo, throw grenade. Somebody, carry on. Yeah,
I got it.
Any other one someone wants to talk about before we talk about the actual changes to the mobs?
I think we're good.
Going over it real fast.
I think we're good.
So, this one is the hardest for me to gauge because I am a numbers guy, and they're very good at giving us numbers for our weapons, but not so good at giving us numbers for the mobs.
Yeah.
I think it's intentional, and I hope it is.
Yeah, I think it's intentional too. Like, it makes sense for it to be intentional. So the first one is they've changed how flesh mobs work. They have 1,000 less HP, from 6,000 to 5,000. The faces deal extra damage to its main health. I am unsure how that's going to look like, so I'm kind of interested to read more.
It's something that was assumed to be the case before, but it was never proven correct. And judging by this patch note, it sounded like it was wrong at the time, but now it's correct.
Now
Yeah, I ran with that assumption in the past. It's good to know that now it's true.
I do
The
wish
other
they
one
did
that's
something about the legs,
interesting-
though, because that would make them...
That was, yeah, I do that a lot. So it's kind of sad that that's not true either.
The other two changes are most health zones are slightly more durable, which again, I need numbers. Don't say slightly more, give me a damn number.
I would assume that it just
And
means that
it's-
more of the health pool percentage is more durable.
Yeah, that's not the confusion. He wants to know, is it 10% more? Is it 5% more? Is it 6 HP more? Like, he wants an exact. He doesn't want
This-
speculation.
Yeah,
Helldivers speaks Helldiver.
fair enough.
And slightly less vulnerable to fire to balance health decrease. Again, another one that I need more information. Give me information, please.
Helldiver has contact sign are required. Give me the
Yeah,
context.
100%. I need the numbers. But flesh mobs seem so. Why I want context? Health zones are more durable, but they also improve the durable damage on ARs. Does that mean killing flesh mobs is harder to do with shotguns, but it's easier to do with ARs now? Is that their intention? Is that what they want?
But remember that now the faces deal extra damage to the main health, so
How much extra? We are gonna have to test that out. We need to go to kill some squid soon.
Yep.
The other one that changed, elevated overseers. They want them to be easier to kill.
thank
Their
fucking
main
God.
Grenades.
Main health decreased by 150 from 600 to 450. The head health increased from 150 to 200,
Damn it.
which is also important, which I'll go over in a second. The
but
armor
they
for the
increased-
head went
Ooh,
down
that's
to
good.
light pen.
That is good.
Yes.
I'll take that.
And the torso health down from 600 to 450, because again, that's the main health as well. Arms health from 300 to 250, and slightly increased fire damage resistance, which again seems to be they want fire to be a bit more bug and a little less squid. At least that's the impression.
But that's on the
Why do you
elevator
say thank
overseer.
God? Yes, that's only the elevated overseer.
Yeah, I don't think that's about the fire. I think that's just about the fact that, you know, he's in the air. Stop trying to flamethrower the guy that's flying around.
Don't tell me how to live my life.
Listen, if I want to bring a fire only build, I'll be my own problem.
Yeah.
But
So
you won't be just
why I
your
like
problem.
these changes. One, the head being light pen, going from armor 3 to 2, means you can actually kill it with things like the regular diligence.
Mm-hmm. Which I was never able to do before, so that's a good thing.
It will require 2 shots if my math is mathing correctly,
Very likely.
which fine. And it will also take
You
3
home?
shots from the defender now. Probably 4 shots from the
Press
liberator.
right
I have to math it
very
out again.
gently.
But a liberator overseer easier to kill. Leviathan now equipped with beam weaponry. I've never fought a Leviathan, so I'm not even.
I
gonna read
do
that.
not know what that
That-
entails,
Well,
but that's a very important
Let
one
them-
for...
I-
let's
second clip.
let's read it. Let's read it because some of us have gone whale hunting, so we know a bit. So now they come equipped with beam-based weaponry, and they will not show up in missions outside of cities.
I will
So they-
assume
they
that
are-
that means that they will have the same beam as the harvesters.
That is what people
yes.
have. That's what I was seeing in Reddit. So yes.
Alright.
That wouldn't make sense to me.
No,
It-
so
why would it have anything
don't
else?
don't take anything from Reddit. They're all.
Don't call
Hey.
people. Don't call people.
Hey.
Don't call people.
I use
you're
Reddit.
right. The people on
I
Reddit.
use Reddit, and
Did I
Same.
stutter? I don't understand.
and I'm only slightly stupid. Okay.
You're really, really stupid, right? You're on Reddit. That's all you do.
So remember,
Alright.
keep all the downvotes for whatever channel he might open later on.
Listen, alright.
He already opened the channel. What do you mean?
Listen, all of my opinions are proprietary, alright?
Good.
So
I
the
hear
other
your
one we need to
problem now.
test. They changed the Ruptor strain enemies, and
we'll
I
see them
believe they should be
sometime this
back
week.
again.
They're probably not back yet, but we'll probably see them sometime this week.
So let's talk about the changes they did, because I am ambivalent about it. So Rupture
Mhm.
Warriors, right? They move slower underground. Which I don't know if that was realistically the issue. I don't think, like, do we want people to be able to run away from them? Is
Vehicle
that
melee
really the
damage has
problem?
not been confirmed.
Needs to surface more often while moving underground. I like that. Because sometimes they would just go underground and be there for like 5 minutes, just chilling, following you around.
Yep. Also
Its
like
power
that
attack
they
is slightly
don't
slower,
fight from
it leaves more
underground
space to
these
dodge.
turrets as well.
Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I also like the fact that they removed their ability to fight turrets from underground. Like,
Yeah,
that was
that's
a huge takeaway.
Yes. Oh my God.
Please explain your trauma to me. Anyways, they
Drop
also
turret, loose
lowered.
turret.
Are you being sarcastic, or do you actually want us to open that fucking?
Oh
camera?
no, it's fine, it's fine.
He changed subject immediately, Mikhail. That means he was done with it. Alright, carry on.
Frontlight's armor decrease, so a little bit easier to shoot down as well. We'll prefer to emerge before attacking turrets instead of destroying them from below ground, which is what we were talking about. So, I do want to... I was joking, but I do want to know, like, what's the trauma? What do you think was the big issue with the rupture strain?
You know how we use the thing that we call the Emperor package, right? So
Yes.
when initial
Can you explain it for
exploration-
people who don't know who the Emperor package is?
The Emperor
Although
package
you are
is
the voice
basically a
of the-
combination of the right of the Gatling Sentry and the Rocket Sentry. We call it the Emperor package because we named it after a tank from a different game entirely, Command and Conquer. That said, so basically that is a turret combo that works on every faction and does extremely well on every faction because of how the targeting works on the turrets. Except when the Rupture Strain came out, the turrets couldn't shoot at things that were underground, so they kind of just ended up
We're sitting ducks.
sitting there and dying there.
Taking it.
They couldn't fight back, essentially, making turrets completely useless against the Rupture Strain, which, you know, for a faction that goes underground, that was cool. Like, I like that when they're underground, they can't be... The turrets can't do anything about them. But the problem then came was when I realized that they could attack the turrets from underground. And that kind of made it so that they are entirely immune to the turrets, which then makes it feel like an unfair advantage to the enemy.
I think that's the best way to describe the Rupture Strain, and I don't know if this is the best direction for it. They really did feel like an unfair advantage type of strain. But I
Yeah.
think, like, sure, I don't want them to just nullify turrets. I think that's a
I
little too
want
much.
them. Yeah, I want them to not be shot while they're underground, but I don't want them
My
to attack
issue
from
is
underground.
when-
That feels too much.
I do have to say I don't like when you, like you said, the Emperor package. It works everywhere at any time. Doesn't matter, right? This game is better when you do have to change your loadout depending on the map and who you're fighting and all that.
100%.
I mean, but that's no longer holds true with the caves when they introduce caves. So
The cave was the best.
I mean, the,
faction.
the caves change fundamentally how people play, which is fine. I appreciate that one a lot. And I don't think
Yeah,
this is the
different
best way to like nerf the Emperor package, so to speak. But I don't like it when something is the only thing.
Something universal.
I lost my train of thought. I'm stupid.
something a universal answer. EATs.
Yeah.
EATs.
Listen,
Also, yeah.
but the EAT is the best thing in the game. I don't know what to tell you.
You say that,
Everything
but I
else is
think
secondary.
there's been a lot of instances where bringing the ATs doesn't feel that great. Like, it doesn't feel bad, but doesn't feel great. So there's like a strain in the bugs that's mostly bile spewers. So you
Yes, okay.
really don't use the ATs that often. You kind of just have them there, not being used.
Yeah, those things are really weak to explosive damage. So if you aim the EAT to the side into a group of them, it'll kill all of them.
Don't forget the golden model. If it's bigger than a trooper, hit it with an EAT.
I mean, if it moves, hit it with the AT, let's be honest.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
If you've got the space. Yeah.
Yeah, but remember though that the bugs are generally numerous, so cool, you'll be able to take out anywhere between
Got him.
Yeah,
1
that's
to...
what I'm gonna say. Like, it's not the best use of the AT to kill them.
But still, they are...
They're usable, but they're not great.
That's why the size comparison. If it's bigger than a trooper, most bugs are not actually bigger than a trooper. The size difference starts happening when you encounter the nursing spewers, the bile spewers, and like the alpha commanders and root commanders. That's when you start seeing it.
Stalker.
Yeah.
Going back to
you're
the
you're going
Rupture,
to a higher size. Yes.
my problem with the Rupture was more in this one that they seem to have dealt with. You couldn't really dodge them. It was kind of impossible to dodge.
Yeah, that was a bug.
We know they're bugs. What do you mean? We're always fighting bugs.
We're talking about the ruckus thing, right?
Sorry,
They're
I
bugs.
have to do the dad joke.
We all agree.
I was waiting for that.
It was not a bug.
They
It
are
was an
bugs.
intended feature.
It was a feature bug. What about that?
But a very unfair intended feature, yes.
The other one that they changed, rather importantly, is the dragon roach.
That is true.
Oh yeah, the wings.
So there's two things they changed. One is the spawn rate, which we can trauma dump and say I think that was necessary.
Why there that many? Like, wasn't really that bad.
Yes.
It was.
If you ever played in that time, you were always dealing with two. But when I say always, you would kill one and it would just immediately get replaced.
Or at least it felt that way. Like we did do some testing at one point to find out for certain with Fede, who's not here. And we did find like there was a window of time that you could genuinely take them both out, and if you got it right, you would have at least like a minute of space where they wouldn't show up.
Oh, Jesus.
But a minute is nothing in the grand scheme. A minute is basically going
100%.
from 100-meter distance.
Yeah. So to be,
But,
you know,
the
safe as
fixes-
hatch,
Yep.
difficulty 5 and 6, there's 50% lower spawn rate, so we should have 50% less of them. 7, 8, 9, it's 40, and Super Helldive 10, it's 33% less.
That
The
means that
other
our-
change that I want to bring up,
Dang it.
destruction of the wings result in instant termination of the dragon. Wings now have their own health pool
Yeah.
of 4,000.
I am so glad for this.
That was very necessary.
'Cause-
Yep.
And it being 4,000 is good, because that means that you can definitely get it with a single recoilless if you get the shot right.
The recoil, this is 4,000 exactly?
No, I think it's 5,000.
Huh. Interesting.
The recoilless,
I gotta say,
based on the new numbers, I haven't done any of the testing myself, obviously, because this is literally the first run that we do in the entire day. But based on the numbers, the flesh mob and the new dragon wings should be one-shotable with the recoilless fate.
for us seafaring, that's not as important. But if I remember correctly, aren't the wings light pen?
Yep. Hence the one-shot ability.
Now I am wondering. Oh god, I'm gonna have to test that out. Like, how easy can a stalwart take out a dragon roach now? To be continued. Ignore me.
It won't be too difficult, but it may take at least a full magazine, approximately. This is, napkin math.
Yeah.
It's just napkin nap. Yeah.
You will be able to do it with the stalwart. Hard yes.
The last one they changed were some automaton things. Let's see, what were the big ones that people were jammering on about? The two big ones I've heard people talking about. War Strider and Command Bunkers. So the Command Bunkers remove ragdolling from its projectile explosions.
Jesus. That was the only challenge with that mission.
I think it was a little bit too challenging, if I were to be honest. So, not sure if good or bad.
It's an opinion-based one. Carry on.
The other one is War Striders. Shoots 2 fewer grenades per salvo, which, goes from 1,000 to 998, which is good.
Yep.
Shoots grenades less often, which that one's
Also,
important.
what counts as a salvo? Is it like each individual pod, or is it the?
When he stopped and he shot like, and I'm joking,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah,
like
but salvo.
grenades.
That's why I'm asking the question.
That's
like,
one salvo.
Salvo could mean.
One
could
press of the
mean
shoot button.
One press of the
Yeah.
shoot button to the thing, or each individual
Yes.
press by each of the packs.
No, it's each individual War Strider, I'm assuming. Again, this is an assumption, I'm not a dev too.
I don't mean packs like pack of animals. I mean
Okay,
packs like the packs on his back.
Every time he shoots both grenade packs at the same time.
Mhm.
That is one salvo.
Yes, that's what I understand as well.
Okay, fair enough.
So it's 2 fewer grenades, which in the grand scheme of things, whatever. It does shoot the grenades less often, which can be beneficial because I think before it was like shoot gun, shoot grenades, shoot gun, shoot grenades. So we gotta see how much it's realistically changed.
Mhm.
Remove ragdolling from its projectile explosions. Again, the same thing. People were really complaining about the ragdolling.
Yeah,
and
the
I kind of
command
get it.
bunker, the command bunker turret, and the War Strider guns were the same projectile as well, so that makes sense. It's probably
My worry is what Harold was mentioning. Like, sure, it's
And
going to be
also
easier,
extraction, by the
which
way.
it's going to be easier, which I'm not a fan of. I like my game hard. But on the other side, not being able to play the game is not why I play this game.
Player agency. I've heard about that.
Yeah, right?
Familiar with that word.
And last one for the Strider, which I find extremely odd. Added weak spots, aim for the eyes, and the vents on the back.
yeah, but that's on the War
it now has
Strider.
weak spots.
The War Strider
That's
needed
the
a
War
weak spot.
Strider.
I do feel like that was necessary.
I don't know,
As-
man.
As EAT as they are to kill, like yes, for us it's trivial, but that's because we run EATs. Most people don't have an answer for the enemy.
Like
which
just the other
is their
day,
own
I
fault,
was running
but yeah.
missions. I was running missions on bots. I was with Shinsu. Shinsu brought a railgun, and due to the fact that he brought a railgun, he could not answer War Striders in any significant way, shape, or form. Like, yeah, I feel like there should be some sort of weak spot to allow you to use things like the AMR, like the railgun, like keeping the weapons that are good on bots to still. I don't know how I pulled that shot off. To still be useful and good on bots, even if they're not perfect. You know what I mean?
I kind of get where you're coming from, but that's like saying, "Oh, I bought a rail gun. It's great on everything, on every bug, but why can't I kill a Bile Titan with it quickly?"
I agree with where you're coming from, but I would like all enemies to have a skill-based kill, not so much a loadout-based kill.
Yeah, like that. That's why I'm saying like it doesn't need to be good at the job. It just needs to be able to do it if it's what you've got. Like
If you got a bad answer, at least it's an answer.
I love using the AMR on bots, right? And I will, to my detriment, try to use the AMR to take out War Striders. But currently, since the War Strider has no weakness whatsoever, or had no weakness, yeah, proper sentence, the AMR on bugs was a problem every time the War Striders were in the sea. So it made me stop using it and made me keep bringing other tools for the job, like the silo and the mech.
You have both convinced me. You win this round, Trebek.
The War Striders, I'll say it again, like you were saying, they are trivial to kill if you bring in EATs.
Like Railgun, the Railgun can kill a Biotype.
And that's the problem.
But you know how many shots it takes?
You can kill a War Strider with a railgun.
Yeah.
If you hit the joints before, you could always kill it.
Same with the AMR.
Yeah.
This Liberator feels insanely good, by the way.
I agree, the Liberator buff is oppressive for these poor little bugs.
The Carbine is nasty. I don't... And the Stalwart. The Stalwart is way better. Again, for most people, this means they can use these weapons now. For us, this Seaf is going to become even stronger. Seaf solo strong now.
Seaf solo strong.
Oh, that's a concerning sentence to hear.
It is.
But am I wrong? Like
It's not wrong. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I'm gonna go back to cadetting. I'm pretty sure it's gonna feel nasty.
Yep.
EATs and Stalwart and a Liberator? You're good to go.
Yeah. What do you need? And more frag grenades and a better peacemaker. The whole build got buffed.
Oh.
It's supposed to be a cadet.
Easy.
And the last thing they did on the thing, which I don't know if you guys want to talk about, is all the performance buffs. I did not go through them. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a numbers guy. There was no numbers there. I did not care.
Well, I still got power
They
rank.
improve performance by 45%.
Was it 45%?
I'm literally saying garbage. Let's see.
I will say, a lot of this was necessary, and just judging by how things are moving and loading and stuff, yeah, it's gonna look a little bit choppier for a lot of people, but it'll be stable.
Stability is key.
Stability is more important than the graphics, if you ask me.
Yes. So, who do you think is gonna unquit first?
Hey,
You
Gundam
mean
Boy
from
already
the
unquit.
content creators?
He already won that match.
I mean, if we're being honest, I don't think any of them quit.
They did not.
They can just set their settings to private and keep playing.
Yeah, Mr. Pips and Gundam Boy have already unquit. They've already started making content videos and everything, even before the patch came out.
What? You're telling me that we're only being dramatic? I don't believe you.
You.
I'm already in. Miracle.
You don't have to believe me to know it's true.
I'll toss the crashes, the bug fixes, and all this an olive branch. Since we haven't played much, we can't really attest to those, but we do have people who suffered from issues a lot.
Yeah.
And I personally had issues where, depending on what I had running or how long the PC had been on, even if it hadn't been doing anything, the game would start to get slow. So I'm excited to see how this improves performance in the long run.
Let's. Well, I'm pretty sure we all have more things to say. Let's stop here because time is what it is.
We can talk about performance next time.
Yeah, we could probably keep
Tune
going
in
for like
next
4
week
to
for
5
more
hours if we really did.
Thief combat logs.
No, this is the SEAF chat log. Okay, that's what this
Oh,
is.
man.
Anyways, thank you for joining. Thanks for joining. If you actually stayed till the end, which I don't know if you did or don't. I don't read analytics. I'm bad at this.
Leave a comment if you stay till the end.
Leave a like, leave a sub. There's a Ko-Fi in the video description and in the channel. It'll be linked there too. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed.
Bye.